Hello, and welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host, Adrian, bringing you the truth, the heart, and the humanity behind the lives of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Today's episode is about something incredibly important, standing up to lies, online hate, and the toxic culture that has tried and failed to diminish Meghan Markle. We'll explore the brave and necessary words of Christopher Bouzy, a data analyst and loyal friend of Meghan's, who has uncovered the shocking extent of targeted online harassment. And we'll also unpack the recent buzz around Meghan's twerking video, the reactions, the double standards, and why Americans are cheering her on louder than ever. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the truth that so often gets buried beneath the noise. This is a story of resilience, of friendship, and of reclaiming power in the age of digital distortion. Let's begin with a name you need to know: Christopher Bouzy. If you watched Harry and Meghan's Netflix docuseries back in December 2022, then you'll remember him. Calm, analytical, fierce in his pursuit of truth. Bouzy is the founder and CEO of Bot Sentinel, a company dedicated to identifying and exposing inauthentic behavior, trolling campaigns, and coordinated harassment on social media. But more than that, Bouzy is a truth-teller. He didn't just stumble into Meghan and Harry's orbit. He arrived with purpose and data. Bouzy took on a task few others were willing to, proving that the hate Meghan Markle received online wasn't organic. It wasn't just a matter of opinion. It was strategic. It was relentless. And it was terrifying. He ran the numbers. He mapped the tweets. He followed the breadcrumbs. What he discovered was alarming. Just a handful of coordinated accounts were responsible for spreading thousands of hateful messages about Meghan, seeding false narratives and whipping up an army of digital bullies. These weren't casual critics. They were trolls, determined, obsessive, and in some cases, anonymous. Bouzy's findings? Undeniable. And when he spoke out, he didn't do so just for Meghan. He did it for all of us to show how unchecked hate can metastasize into conspiracy, paranoia, and cruelty. In a recent interview with Newsweek, Bouzy spoke candidly about the continued lies and smears that plague Meghan Markle across social media. "It would be easy to laugh at such absurdity," he said, "if it weren't so destructive. That one sentence says it all. Because yes, some of the rumours are laughable, bizarre conspiracy theories, doctored videos, fake timelines, but they aren't just silly internet chatter. They're weapons, and they've been used to target Meghan's happiest and most vulnerable moments, turning joy into ammunition. Weddings, pregnancies, motherhood. Every step of Meghan's life has been met with scrutiny and spin. And it's not just about public perception. Bouzy is clear. There is a real-world impact to these campaigns. Mental health, family stress, personal safety. This is what happens when hate is allowed to masquerade as entertainment. Bouzy reminds us that these aren't harmless rumours, they're part of a system designed to dehumanize and discredit. And Meghan? She's lived it all with grace, dignity, and resilience. Bouzy also made a deeper point, one that goes beyond Meghan and Harry. When conspiracy theories like these flourish, he said, they corrode our collective grasp on reality and decency. Let that sink in. This isn't just about one couple, it's about the internet we're creating, the world we're living in. When lies are allowed to go unchecked, when algorithms reward outrage and clicks instead of truth, we all lose. We become desensitized to cruelty, we mistake bullying for gossip, we normalize misogyny, racism and elitism. And what happens next? We stop caring, we stop believing victims. We shrug off hate because it's just part of the discourse. But not on this channel, not here, because people like Christopher Bouzy and people like you, our loyal viewers, know that truth matters, humanity matters, and Meghan matters. Now let's shift to something lighter and yet no less revealing. Meghan Markle went viral last week. Again. This time it wasn't for a speech or an event. It was for dancing, twerking, to be specific, during a private moment celebrating Princess Lilibet's 4th birthday. Let's paint the scene. Meghan and Harry surrounded by close friends, celebrating their daughter's special day. A casual, joyful moment captured on video. A bit of twerking, a whole lot of laughter, and then the internet did what the internet does. The video, shared widely across TikTok and Instagram, was met with glee in America, particularly among Gen Z and younger millennials, who praised Meghan for being fun, down to earth, and totally unbothered. But in the UK, The reaction was more, let's say, traditional. Conservative media branded the moment as vulgar. Royal watchers clutched their pearls. The usual suspects cried decorum. And to that we say, please spare us. Here's what we know from insiders close to Meghan. She's not bothered. In fact, she's pleased with how the video landed. As one source told the Mail, in the UK, everyone's reaction has been a bit prudish. But everywhere else, particularly in America, and especially with young people, it has been a huge hit. And why wouldn't it be? Meghan wasn't on a palace balcony. She wasn't giving a state address. She was a mom, dancing with her family, sharing a moment of levity. If anything, it showed exactly why so many people connect with her. She's human, she's real, and she's not interested in playing the role others write for her. Let's not forget Meghan's entire journey in the royal spotlight has been defined by impossible standards. When she's quiet, she's cold. When she's happy, she's too Hollywood. When she defends herself, she's difficult. And now when she dances, she's suddenly a national scandal? No. This isn't about Meghan's behaviour, it's about control. Let's talk strategy. Because while critics may have rolled their eyes at Meghan's dance moves, her team knew exactly what they were doing. According to insiders, the video's success has been a significant victory, not just culturally, but commercially. Meghan's lifestyle brand, as ever, is gearing up for major launches in the US market. Think wellness products, home decor, skincare, all aimed at a demographic that lives online. So what better way to connect with Gen Z and millennial shoppers than with a viral moment? As the insider put it, her new products are marketed at Americans and not at the UK market. Meghan wants to connect with Gen Z, which demands viral moments. And she's doing just that, not through stuffy interviews, not through staged photo ops, but by being herself fun, relatable, joyful. It's not just branding, it's authenticity, and it's working. There's something else we need to talk about, the double standard. Why is it that when a royal dances, it's scandalous if it's Meghan, but charming if it's anyone else? Princess Eugenie posts vacation selfies and she's refreshingly modern. Kate Middleton plays sports in wedges and she's relatable royalty. But when Meghan twerks at a family party, suddenly it's a crisis of monarchy. Come on, this isn't about etiquette, it's about racism. It's about misogyny, it's about classism. And Meghan has been caught in the crossfire of all three. But here's what makes her powerful, she refuses to let it define her. She's not chasing British approval, she's not bending to traditions that were never made to include her. She's building her own brand, her own story, her own path, and doing it all on her own terms. Let's zoom out. What we're seeing now is a shift, not just in how Meghan is perceived, but in how she chooses to be perceived. From victim to voice, from target to trailblazer, with Christopher Bouzy exposing the hate campaigns, with Meghan going viral for being herself, with us ever redefining what royal influence can look like in the modern world. This is a new legacy, one that's not controlled by tabloids, not filtered through palace briefings, not dictated by outdated institutions. It's bold, it's American, it's progressive, and it's wildly effective. So what have we learned today, friends? We've learned that truth needs defenders like Christopher Bouzy. We've learned that joy is powerful, even when it makes some people uncomfortable. We've learned that Meghan Markle is far from the caricature the media tried to make her out to be. She's a woman who dances, who builds, who fights back. She's a mom, a brand builder, a survivor, a leader, and most of all, she's still standing stronger than ever. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's tired of the noise and ready for the truth. Until next time, I'm Adrian, and this was Meghan and Harry Tales. Stay kind, stay curious, and stay on the side of love.